Hello, this is artist Keith Skaggs in my study, and I am featuring 4 paintings that I've done in the past over the years that kind of go together. They are all landscape format. They're 12 by 24 inches in size. I love that format because a landscape, to me, should be on a landscape shaped canvas. So these are on canvas. I believe I bought all 4 at Hobby Lobby, and probably higher quality canvases that they have at Hobby Lobby. But I think this also, I put these 4 together. I have others this size and this theme, but these represent farm country in Ohio, winter, spring, summer, and fall. So I thought I'd feature these today. Down on the left, you've got the winter, obviously, and that was in Wayne County, Ohio. And then above that is, on the left, is spring flavored canvas painting, obviously with an Amish buggy in it, because that's the part of Ohio I live in. Across the top there on the right is another one. The one on the top left was in Holmes County. The one on the top right, I believe, was right on the line, probably in Wayne County. The one below that, probably in Holmes County as well. But yeah, this is my favorite theme of many of my paintings is farm country, Amish country. It doesn't always have to be Amish themed, but I love the country that I live in. I love the landscapes and the change of the seasons. So let's look a little closer at some of these. So this one, I start with photography. I loved photography before I learned how to paint. And I saw this one day out driving around in the winter, trying to get ideas for paintings, and I took a photograph. The actual big white barn and the silos were in the center, and the barn there in the back with the wide open barn door, that was over on the right. So I don't take a lot of artistic license with my paintings. I'm not that creative, but I wanted the big silos way over on the right to kind of form a frame and be parallel to the edge of the painting. So I swapped where the barns go. So the barns actually in real life were in the opposite places. Yeah, a lot of the barns around this area, around the world, or the United States, are falling in and falling into disuse, and being sided with vinyl siding instead of the old wood siding and painting. But oh, my cat is causing a commotion over there. Anyway, so that's my winter themed painting. Now for the spring, this was again a painting from a photograph I took on a rainy day. The light is shining off the road because it was completely covered with water. I really don't like to paint streaks from the rain because you really don't usually see that when it's raining, and it looks like a 6th grader would do it to me if I painted the streaks of rain. But this is supposed to be a rainy scene. I added an Amish buggy that I had a photograph of from driving around and taking pictures of the area. And yeah, this is just some rolling country in Holmes County. And I tried to make the background fade away into the gray mists of the rain. I also added these sheep. I don't think they were there in the original photo, but sometimes I try to add a little something to make my photograph a little more interesting when it's a piece of art. Okay, next we have the summer painting. I know this was right outside of the village of Fredericksburg, Ohio. I believe it was Salt Creek Road, but this farm sits just like this, looks about just like this. Sitting on the hillside of an Amish farm, probably the old order. We call them Schwarzentruber Amish in our area. And the house, and sometimes they build a second house because they tend to live generationally on the same property, and they've got a barn, and they've got a second barn in the back. Over there, there's a house with either the two houses are probably joined, but extra sheds. They do that. I added the cattle in. This is a cattle pasture. They weren't in the original photograph, but I took some other photos I had of cows and put these guys in here to lend a little visual interest to the front, but hopefully not. It doesn't become the focal point of the painting, but just adding some of the details and giving it a feel of pastoral farmland. All right, and last is my fall scene. What can I say about this? I love the way the Amish stack their corn for harvesting after it's been cut down. Then they put it in these big corn shucks, and the barn there, I don't know if it belongs to the field that I photographed here. It is in the background behind a tree line, but because it was winter, or because it was fall, you could see through and see the barn there. Maybe it's the neighbor's barn, I don't know. But love this scene and struggled to paint those corn shucks. The amount of detail is incredible. And good artists don't paint every detail usually. We try to cut down on the detail, but I couldn't make them look realistic. I had to put a lot of detail into the corn shucks. So this is my winter, spring, summer, and fall collection. And if you're interested in purchasing them, you can contact me through my email, which is on the website. Not on the website, on the YouTube channel. And love to hear from you. Give me a like, a subscribe, or share this. Thanks. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.